Okay, so it's time to start building these walls for the greenhouse. I don't have to say chicken coop no more. I get to say greenhouse. So kind of working on even surfaces out here, so it's kind of a pain in the ass trying to get these boards square. So I've got them laid out on these cinder blocks, and I'm gonna try to hammer those things together and get that turned into a wall here, and hopefully I can use those two cinder blocks right there, this cinder block right here, and that one. Just move along and just get the wall built. So I can use shims or whatever I need to do to get the wall straight. But it's going to be not too bad. I think I can handle it. So we'll get going on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See if these will line up the way I want them to. thing out here. Huh? I said I'm the straightest thing out here. Everything out here is crooked. Sec. You want level, you have to fight for it. If you want level, you have to fight for it out here. That was almost too easy. Alright, let's try this side. Let's see what happens here. Go. Oh yeah. This side's good. Persuasion with the hammer. This side's good. That's short. That's good. All right. Use the pine cone to level it out. Pine cones work. One more. So the problem I'm having is just building a wall is everything's not level. So if I level it up over there and I level it up over here and then I go to try to set my board, then that's off level. So I'm having to use spacers like pieces of wood and pine cones and sticks and anything I can put underneath to level it out so that I don't have to hammer it all in, but hold it, have a board twist on me, and then hammer it in. So I got one more. So let's see if we can get this one put in. I'll put that right there. I'll put this one right here because I still got to hammer that down. I'll move this one over. And I'll move this one over. See, like right here, I got this big gap, and holding it down and hammering it on an uneven level is not easy, so I have to put a filler in there. So let's see if we can get this last one in without destroying the whole kit and caboodle. Got one more board. We'll go with this. Put a spacer in there. That one should line up, and it does. Gonna have to persuade that one to go in. That's good because I like it when it's tight. The fun of building a wall. All right. Persuade that one to be straight. Let's get this one. All right. One wall done. I still got to put the end pieces on, but all right, one done. We'll get it out of the way. Looks straight, so I think we're okay. Sometimes I get lucky. Alright, now I'm going to try to use this one as a table now that I have that one put together. Hopefully I don't trip, get confused and trip. So I'm going to put two on the edge. This is going to be confusing, so I might trip. Put one right here. Slide this one. Up. Right there. And then we'll do 1, 2. This one here. So I've got a better chance of getting it straight. 1, 2. This is going to be very confusing walking through. Not fall down. All right. So let's start with this one. switch hammers from my big hammer to my little hammer because I think this big hammer is too much firepower. So I'm going to go to the littler one. And that lined up. Alright. Because what was happening was that big hammer was, my shins were taking a beating. The bigger the hammer isn't always the better choice because you get good swinging power. You can literally bend your nail pretty easy. I've used a air gun before, a nail gun, but I don't want to use a nail gun on this. I want to do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, so my little table idea here is going to work. So we'll go to the next one. As it gets smaller and smaller, I'm more likely to trip. A lot of wood to walk through. Boards get a little twisted. I can tell when they're twisted. I see that they're twisted. I'll use these channel locks. And just pry down on there, straighten it out. And here we go. When you don't have four hands, you have to make four hands. So trust me, I'm getting some steps in on this. I don't have a Fitbit, but if I had a Fitbit out here, I'd probably have like 50,000 steps in one day because there's a lot of walking out here. Look at that twisted. Right, baby?
What's that?
If we had a Fitbit out here,
Oh, shit.
I'd probably have like 100,000 billion steps.
Easy. You drive like 20 miles a day.
You know how that Fitbit thing has how many steps or how many flights of steps you took a day?
Yeah.
I'd probably be at the top of Everest by the end of the week.
I'd be there with you. You'd be climbing the mountain, baby.
A lot of steps out here. Twist. Better not twist it. Alright. one's going to be easy. That one went right into place. I love that. Alright, level up. Oops. Alright. I like it too much. Alright, last board of today. Then I gotta start cleaning stuff up before the sun goes down. So let's see if I can get this one in without bending a nail, smashing my thumb, saying a cuss word. Alright. Oh, my board twisted. Twisted and I need a little shim, so I'll use my pencil. Walls built. So that's 20 feet of wall. I still got 60 feet to go. That's a lot of footage. Well, that's just for the side walls. So, all right. At least now I got a system. Alright, we're going to go see what Nikki's working on. Looks like a darn construction zone over here. All the trail is dug up.
Hey, could you bring me that blue bucket while you're filming? Multitask.
What are you doing over here?
I'm getting in my last seed potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Seed.
Oh, seed potatoes.
Seed potatoes.
You know how to use that shovel there, little lady?
I've been managing by myself. So that would be an affirmative.
Wow, it's nice and cool over here.
Was it warm over there?
Yeah.
You got 2 walls?
2 walls built. 20 feet of wall. 60 feet to go.
So the soil here is super dry in certain areas. It's got a lot of calcium in it, and so it's very drying on the skin. It doesn't take water very well. Under the pine trees over there, it's humus rich. As you dig down, you'll find a lot of white that is actually nutrients, and so I'm bringing buckets of that from there, and Albert kind of got it moist for me, so it was easier to dig up. But it's very nutrient dense, and so I mix it with this and then a little of the peat and sheep, and it gives me a nice base. Yeah, so yesterday you saw us watering the plants with buckets, and because we don't have a water hose, I know there's a water hose laying there on the ground, but that water hose is probably from the 60s. So what I did do was, we got the water tanks over here. This is part of the day that I spent today.
I had to put a water spigot on there. This was just an elbow that went down into the ground and fed to the cabin. But now we have water here. I can turn on the water, but I need to get a water hose. We don't have a water hose, so I can just run a water hose all the way down there where Nikki is, and we can set up an irrigation system if we want, and just drain the tanks and feed the garden down here. This is just the little side garden we got going. The greenhouse is actually going to be the main food provider. But she's got her rows going on over here. Been at it all day long. But
You can look in here and see the white. So those are the nutrients. So that's why I haul soil from over there over here, because this soil doesn't have this. And these are the nutrients that we need for the soil.
yeah, nutrients. So I'm gonna let her dig some more.
Yay! I like digging. Dirt is fun. Dirt is life.
It'll build your immune system, is what I hear. If you play in the dirt, you'll build your immune system.
So I was not a sickly kid, and I spent most of my time outside in the dirt.
You know,
So I believe that.
I played in the dirt.
Bet you weren't a sickly kid either.
No. Still to this day, I've never had the flu. And I've never had a flu shot. Never had the flu. I don't even know what the flu feels like, so I'm glad for that. A lot of people can't say that, but I'm one of the... I used to eat dirt, so dirt tasted good. I used to love the smell of dirt.
You had pica.
Yeah, that. But yeah, dirt. Like right now, that dirt smells good. I would eat some.
It does smell good. It is rich. And since you ran some water into it, it's just like activated all that. It's beautiful soil.
Yeah, I mean, this is the forest. I mean, you got a whole forest growing out of this dirt. It's got to have some kind of nutrients in it, some kind of
Right
value.
there. Those are your nutrients. That's what causes the... And the white stuff is found under the pines, deep down. Again, this is an open area, so it's more dry.
Yeah, there's all kinds of decomposition going on. You know, the thing about the dirt out here is it's designed to devour dead things. If it's dead, it's going to devour it. I mean, this stump right here used to be a tree, and that's what the dirt does to it. That was a whole stump. So it's designed to reclaim, take back what was once living and now is dead. And I mean, it's amazing learning about the land out here and understanding that if it's touching the ground, it's going to start to decompose. So you can't just put wood on the ground,
George Jetson.
or it's going to start to decompose. And I guess that's the same anywhere, but here it happens a lot quicker. So everything that you build has got to be up off the ground or on cinder blocks or pressure treated. But
You
yeah,
hear George Jetson?
yeah. And I actually learned today where certain sound effects came from. And you get 7 hummingbirds around a hummingbird feeder.
They don't have any food right now.
It's easy to understand where the Jetsons got the sound for their Jetson mobiles and where Star Wars got the sound for the lightsabers, because it sounds like a Jetsons and Star Wars show going on around here all day long with the hummingbirds. So
If you don't know who the Jetsons are, Google it.
yeah, Google it.
Google it.
But yeah, it sounds like the Jetson cars. and the lightsabers from Star Wars. So
yeah, we get movies.
that's all I hear all day long. All right, dig your hole.
Hi.
We have officially declared war on chipmunks.
Yes. Chipmunks are assholes. They are cute and they are assholes.
Yeah, chipmunks might be cute, but they eat your plants like that.
Ate all the leaves off of 2 plants last night.
So that was kale.
Was
Yeah, we had kale,
still alive. It's still there.
but chipmunks apparently like to eat kale. And they have all kinds of little hiding places that they can live in. Down here, under there, under any of those rocks. So these chipmunks are out to eat organic salads at night. So we've declared war on them. We had to build this little net thing here to cover the plants, but
I didn't build it long enough. I just thought whatever was getting it, because we weren't sure what it was, but we busted him this morning.
yeah, he was sitting in that bucket right there. There was a plant sitting in there, and we looked out the window, and he was just, hey, got any more of that organic salad?
He was an asshole.
But
Yeah, so he ate.
they're cute, but they're a pain in the ass.